I challenge you to a duel.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
In today's society, if you have an argument with somebody, well, you start fighting them in public and then somebody gets it with their cell phone and posts it on World Star Hip Hop.
World Star!
Now, that's how things are today, in today's society. But back in the good old days, there was no World Star Hip Hop, and there was just people challenging one another to duels, fights to the death. And you may know about one famous one, Aaron Burr versus Alexander Hamilton, because there's a Broadway play about it. Broadway play about it. But Link, do you know about the other ones? Do you know about the other ones? It's time to find out as we play. Can Link fill in the blanks in his musket with actual bullets? Because it's duel time. Okay, Link, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to fill in blanks.
This is how this is gonna work.
Shooting blanks today.
I've got 7 questions for you about duels from the past. You get 4 out of 7 of these right, and you get a distinct advantage in the duel that we're gonna have in Good Mythical Morning. Don't get too close.
Oh, don't, you're already intimidated.
And if you don't get 4 out of 7, I get that distinct advantage.
Okay. I also get the appreciation that we no longer settle disputes with duels.
In 1808, 2 Frenchmen fell for the same woman. Instead of asking her who she might like to date, they let their shotguns decide. They also chose to take things to new heights by fighting their duel in blank.
New heights, huh?
There's always a little bit of a hint in the question. So
that was it.
So you're
New
not
heights.
flying blind. Second hint.
Okay, so they had a duel with shotguns in a spaceship, in an aircraft. Nope. What year?
1808.
A hot air balloon.
You're right, Link.
Oh!
That's right.
That's pretty point blank range for a shotgun.
Well, and let me tell you what they did. One of the guys got the bright idea, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna shoot the hot air balloon, and that's what he did. And the guy and his backup man that was in he had a hype man. They each had a hype man for some reason.
Oh, of course.
In there with them. They both died.
Were they in 2 separate balloons?
Yeah.
Because then that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not.
In 1806, a member of the British Parliament got a little tipsy and challenged the Earl of Barrymore to duel. The next day, the Earl of Barrymore called it off because the other guy showed up completely blank.
Nude. No, I didn't say that out loud. I didn't hear a hint in this one. Showed up the next day after being hungover, like sick. Sick. He was hungover.
Sick. You were right the first time when you were joking, Link. It's nude.
Are you kidding me?
So, I mean, should I give that to you? Because
no, that wasn't my final answer.
I mean,
I was just joking.
Well, you were right. Actually, the guy, Humphrey Howarth.
He showed up nude he was...
It was logical. He was a former surgeon.
Where'd he keep the gun?
And back in the day, I don't know. He probably held it. Back in the day, your clothes were so dirty that he knew that if you got shot through clothes, it was much more likely to get an infection. So he went naked. That's why I show up to all my World Star Hip Hop fights naked. Look me up. I'm called Big Red on World Star Hip Hop.
He knew he was gonna get shot. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
In 1843 in France, 2 men named Malfont and L'Enfant had a little too much to drink while playing pool at the bar. They weren't at the pool bar. They were playing pool at the bar. They challenged each other to a duel.
I love a good swim up bar.
Using a weapon close at hand, a blank.
Billiard balls. They pelted each other with billiard balls. Not final answer.
Okay.
Unless that's right.
Oh.
And then I'm giving you 2 answers for everything.
But you got to make a decision.
I'm gonna say a pool stick. They whooped each other with the pool stick.
All right, great guess, Link, but it's wrong. It is a billiard ball. So what we're finding out is that
my joke answers.
No, your gut, man. You this is a thing for you. You can grow today. Go with your gut, Link. You've been right but wrong twice. It was a billiard ball. Malfont bragged that he would kill L'Enfant with his first throw, and then he did. He threw the billiard ball, hit him in the head.
Right in the head?
And he died.
Wow.
In 1865, Wild Bill Hickok won the first ever quick draw duel. He met his opponent, Davis Tutt, in the town square and
Never heard of him.
Shot him dead in no time because Tutt was wearing Hickok's blankety blank.
Blindfold. See, that's That's not my gut. That's just being stupid.
Okay, being stupid.
Shot him in no time. His watch. I think that's a hint, and I'm gonna go with he was wearing his watch. It was off a little bit, so he shot him prior to.
Don't add stuff to make it wrong, Link. You were right when you said watch. It's actually his pocket watch. They were actually
Really?
friends, and Tutt had won it from Bill in a poker game. But then he was basically, I'm not gonna wear this in public because I don't want to shame you. But then he started prancing around with that pocket watch, and Bill shot him.
He taunted him. I was right. Wow. I'm good at this.
You've technically gotten them all right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, but
Yeah.
also wrong, 2 of them at the same time. In 1765, Lord William Byron challenged his cousin to a duel with swords.
Cousins and swords
And
do
killed
not
him.
mix.
What ruffled his feathers? It all started with an argument over dinner about who had more blank on their estate.
Who had more blank on their estate?
Blank on their estate. Emphasis on the blank.
I was thinking restrooms, because you know how cousins get in a fight over, well, I got a full, yeah, but is it a half bath or is it a full bath? Because that only counts as half, and
Yeah.
I got more full restrooms than you do on my estate.
Yeah. All my fights have broken out over that.
I don't know what you mean by blank, but you said something about feathers, so I'm going to say chickens. Peacocks. Chickens. I'm going with chickens.
Chickens! Link, it's game birds that they hunted.
Oh, see? I still got, what?
That's not chickens.
Game birds?
Game birds, like pheasants, like that you would hunt.
So I'm half right.
Half right. Should I give you a half point for that? I mean,
peacock-
chickens, peacocks are
I'm
like,
sure they shot peacocks.
peacocks are just for decoration and chickens are for eating. So that's livestock.
Did I
technically?
But my answer was peacocks.
I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that a half point at this
It was
point.
chicken. But I took your feather hint.
Okay, so that puts him at 2.5, right? Okay, and maybe I'll say 3. I don't know. You got to get 4. Well, I'm in control here, so we'll see how this goes. Even honest Abe Lincoln was no stranger to duels. In 1842, the Illinois State Auditor backed out of a sword duel with Lincoln after realizing Abe's blank gave him an unfair advantage.
His wrestling techniques. I know that
you
he
know a little of the history of Abe Lincoln.
I know he was a wrestler, but I'm actually going to say height. Because when you have a sword, you know, when you sword fight.
But hold on now. Do you need to go with your instincts here?
Okay. I'm going to go back with my instincts. Because I know that Lincoln was a wrestler, I'm going to say his wrestling experience.
Great, it was height. I had to get you back, man. You did that to me last game twice.
It was height.
So it was height.
All right.
So I'm
that's
gonna
fine.
say I'm gonna say that you've got 3.5 points at this point. So you can go over the threshold on this last one, or you can go back in and lose the duel.
All right.
Yeah.
You know how tall Lincoln was?
he was like
7'2".
6'4" or 6'6". I don't know.
7'2".
He was a tall man. A student challenged his former fighting instructor to a duel in order to prove that he had surpassed his master's skills. The circle was now complete when he cut his master in half with a blank.
Who?
A student.
What is this, a bedtime story?
I mean,
Once upon a time.
You could tell it as
you
a
You can
bedtime
make up
story.
anything you want. Give me some facts, man.
you could experience this story before bedtime. You could experience this story whenever you want to.
It is a story. Cut his master in half.
It's actually kind of hard to tell if he actually cut him in half, but he was definitely trying to, and then it was sort of like, I don't know what happened to him.
Lightsaber.
Hey, Link, you're right. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know specifically what you're talking about unless you're talking about Darth Maul.
I'm talking about Darth Vader killing Obi-Wan.
Oh, because Darth Maul was cut in half, but that wasn't his. It wasn't.
Either
his
way,
master.
Link, you win. That's officially 4.5 points.
Yeah,
you get
chickens.
The advantage in the duel that we
Chickens
will
for the
have
win.
in Good Mythical Morning.
You know what, Mythical Beast? Settle your disputes
More.
civilly. All right.
World Star Hip Hop.
Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing,
Big Red.
sharing in my win.
You know what time it is.
I'm Kylo Ren, and I will show you the power of the dark side. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
You can get a Good Mythical Morning hoodie at rhettandlink.com/store. You can also get a Good Mythical Morning t-shirt. And if you keep these clean, you can wear them during a fight and you won't get an infection.
Click through to Good Mythical More, or if you mobile users, click the I for convenience. We're gonna do a duel, y'all. I get to choose the weapon. It's gonna be for reals. Click through, click the I, mobile users. Don't front. World Star Hilt.
Congratulations to Milk Warrior 532. You win Merch of the Month, a GMM mug. Ooh, look at that. Not this one, though. This has got me on it. And that one's got him on it.
Congratulations.
Typically, it was 10 steps, but I think if I take 10 steps away from you, your gun will not reach me. So we're going to take 3 steps, counted together. 1, 2, 3, turn.